Pandemic. This is the new board game I got. It's completely co-op. There's no competitive whatsoever. You know, it's 2 to 5 players. We don't compete against each other at all. We all have to work together to defeat the virus that's growing. So no one's the winner. Either the board wins or we win. Basically, it's how it plays. So you have 5 people. These are our little guys right here, and so basically, it's just disease that spreads throughout the game, and you have to sit there and you try to have to cure the disease or get rid of them, or just even stop them, from growing, to prevent them from growing, to buy yourself some more time so you can actually cure the disease. And these are the diseases right here. They're growing in all these different cities, and this is grows. And in order to cure a disease, you have to draw these cards over here, and you just flip them over. See, there's another yellow. So yeah, you have like 7 cards in your hand, or you can't go over 7. And once you get 5 of the same color, like 5 blues or 5 blacks, and orange and yellow, I don't really have very many of those. And yeah, once you get 5 of those, and you go to these little research stations right here, which you build throughout the map, so you can build more than one. And you build the research station, and you go to it, and you can cure the disease. And if you cure the disease, you know 5 blue, boom, there you have a cure for the disease. And so now it's actually quicker to get rid of those diseases because you discovered a cure. And if you completely get rid of it, it can't even come back, and you just bam, and it can't even come back. And these things is like, and you have the little infection cards. Every time you flip one of these over, you have to put another disease cube on the city. Like right here, I'd have to put another red. I got red, yellow, black, and blue. Those are the names of the diseases. They're kind of dumb names. So you can make up your own names, I guess. Blue, yellow, black, and red. And those are the 4 diseases that you have to cure out through the entire map. And you flip over 2 cards, and the infection, you just keep it flip every turn. Every turn you flip over 2 cards, and it spreads the infection, and it grows, and you have to sit there and try to contain it. And these are the red ones, and you place them on the red ones, like right there. See, 1 red cube would go there. And then, okay, there's a black one right here. You just place a black one right there. And then, and then the other one you would place down here in Santiago. And, it makes it a little difficult, and there's cards in here that increase the infection rate. So it's right here. And, you have to flip over 2 cards at a time, and then 2, 2, 3, and then it goes all the way up to even 4, and then you have to flip over 4 infection cards at a time. So 4 cities get a cube at a time. And it gets kind of crazy because, and then you have to like reshuffle the infection deck and then that makes a huge possibility of like pulling the same city. And if you pull the same city, you can happen like this. You can't have more than 3 cubes of the same color in one city. So if you place one here, it can't go. And then it's called an outbreak. And then you have to put them there, and here, and here, and then it causes even chain reaction. There's 3 here too. So now that's another outbreak. Boom, and boom. So and then it could spread like wildfire. See how fast that could just spread. But there's none over in yellow. So if you place 1 yellow down, it's not going to be that big of a deal. But it could just see how it just builds and builds, and you have to. And we just sit there. When you move from line to line, you can actually play one of these cards. Let's say that's a shitty one. This one. You want to go there. You just discard the card, and discarding the cards means that you no longer have the colors, but it helps you move a lot quicker. So you have to kind of risk reward type thing, and you discard the card and you move all the way over. Right there. You move. It's called flying. And if you're in the city and you discard the card, then you can fly anywhere you want. Yeah. And it's a completely cooperative game. Once you and then like the 3 ways to lose are outbreaks. If you get all the way, if you have more than 7 outbreaks, you lose. The game ends. If you run out of cards, you lose. If there's another way to lose. I don't remember how it is. If you run out of disease cubes of a specific color, like black is just spreaded so far, the game's like, you fucked up, and you lose. And they just do connect around the world because the Earth is round. Yeah, and so that's the 5 ways of losing, and everybody gets their own little specific title if they're randomly selected, so they don't even fight over them. You basically shuffle them out and pass them out to each person. Everybody has their own specific ability. Operations expert, like, you can build a research center without paying its cost. You can cure, instead of taking one cube out, you can take all of them out because you're a medic, something like that, a scientist, researcher, things like that, and then we all have our own abilities, and when you actually, you have to talk to each other. You can't just, like, you can't lay your hands down. Nobody's allowed to see your cards because it's kind of cheating. But if someone asks, hey, what kind of cards do you have in your hand, then you're allowed to say. I don't exactly know how that's a rule, but it is. And so basically you just have to contain the disease and cure them. If you end up curing all 4 diseases, you win the game. If you cure them, it's fine. And no matter how many cubes are left on the board, if you cure all 4, you win the game. If this, it's like yellow is complete. If you get rid of all of the yellow cubes all over the board, because you discovered the cure and then you got rid of all of them, and then it becomes just invincible. Then even if this thing pops up, you don't place another cube on there, and it doesn't spread. It completely it's an extinct disease. So basically, you just work together to fight all the disease, and you move all the pawns, and actually they have to be in the same. You could share cards, but they have to be in the same city to share cards and things like that, and it's completely cooperative, and a lot of fun. Actually, I've only played it once. I gotta try it again. And there's 3 different difficulties. There's easy, medium, and hard. Easy, I kind of did it a couple times. Not too bad. Medium, I don't know. I haven't got around to medium. Hard, this game is hard as it is. I don't understand how people can do it even harder. But maybe if we could get it will do better.